Good morning. I'm Jenifer Carll-Tong, and this is Live Writing Sprints. And that lady right there is J.R. Nichols. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, how are you?
It's Monday.
You're making me want to stretch.
I know, exactly as you would expect on a Monday. And my coffee is upstairs. I just
Oh,
realized
no.
that. Oh, no. What am I going
Mine.
to do? My liquid inspiration is out of reach. I guess when you see my camera go dark during the sprint, then you will know that I went for coffee.
What are you working on today?
I am editing book 4, picking up where I left off on last week's writing retreat. So
Gotta be done. Gotta be
gotta be
done.
done. What are you working on?
Well, I was working on the novel earlier, but I think I'm gonna do website stuff I'm behind on.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Here's our first sprint. We'll talk with
Alrighty.
everybody after this. 25-minute sprints, 5-minute chatting at the end. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Fastest 25 minutes ever.
Good stuff done then. It was a quick one.
Yes, very productive, very productive. How about for you?
Good, good. I'm working on chapter 9. If I can get through chapter 10, I'll feel like I'm almost a third of the way through the book, right?
That's so funny. Yeah, when you're editing to have like these little goals. Remember when you were on the retreat, I was like, I just want to get my people out of the woods.
And I didn't know. I thought you meant metaphorically. The first few times you said it, I'm like, yeah, let's get our people out of the woods. And you meant literally your characters were in the woods and you needed to get
they were
them out of
staying there talking to each other, not literally for a month, but in editing world, like
Right.
in authors editing time, these people had been standing around talking to each other for a month in the woods. I'm like, come on. Didn't you leave like someone named Jamie up on a mountain? Like in your editing work, like you abandoned this work. Like it was a writing project that you were just like, I'm not doing this right now. You backburnered it.
I named her Jamie, and then because we were writing together, I did it, and now she's on a mountain somewhere. You keep asking when do I get down off the mountain? I don't know. You might be there forever.
Yeah, I know. I love having her up there. I could go visit her sometimes up on the mountaintop. She's probably very wise by now.
I would assume. Good morning, Melody. She says, "Good morning,
Melody.
writers. I'm enjoying the peaceful music as I write. It is
Me
peaceful.
too. Yes, it is.
I was a little worried when I picked it out because I've used this one before, but I was a little worried that it might be too peaceful for a Monday morning. So, do you see my hands? You tell what I'm doing?
Oh my goodness. Painting. Are you making a bougie coupe?
Yes, making the bougie coupe. So, actually, the bougie duck coop. The bougie coop is what we're working on this week. So the duck coop is pretty close to being done.
I can't believe how fast they grow.
Oh my gosh, they're huge.
So, I mean, like, just because I don't know, and all of my meat comes from the store wrapped in cellophane. Like, when people were eating ducks, like, on the regular, like, people still do, I'm sure. But I'm saying, like, just as kind of an American way of life. Like, was there just always a constant ducks coming of age to be hacked? Because, like, tomatoes, you get tomatoes once a year because they're only ripe, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like July, you get tomatoes. Rest of the year, nothing. Like, do ducks kind of, or is it the same kind of thing? Because, like, do they get too old to eat? Do you understand my question?
Yes, I understand your question. So I think depending on how far back you go, they weren't pets or they weren't like raised. You went hunting for ducks. So these are is what I'm guessing, right? Chickens, same thing. I mean, maybe they're best at a certain time, but like you could probably eat them whenever. Like they stop laying eggs, they're dinner now, right? So,
I saw a cartoon of Henrietta going to buy eggs so she could like fool the lady that she's still laying them.
Oh, and then for my ducks, so we have 3 Peking and 1 Ruin, which is like a mallard. And the Pekings are actually a multi-purpose where they're raised for meat and for eggs. We're going to use them for eggs just because we thought they were cute. That's why we bought them. Let's be honest. But they are full size already.
Wow.
So by by 10 weeks, usually if you're raising them for meat, you've already butchered them. So,
Wow.
and then you get more. So you do this throughout the summer until, until it's wintertime and you have a freezer full of duck meat, I guess. And same thing with meat chickens, but I talked to my girls about meat chickens. I'm like, we should do meat chickens. You raise them different. You don't like get attached. They go in a different kind of coop. My girls are like, nope. Nope. I'm like, we wouldn't butcher them. We take them somewhere. They're like, nope. I'm like, we'll see. Good morning, Piper. She says she's having a hard time waking up. Oh, it's Monday. It's Monday.
I'm getting back into the swing of it. Our retreat last week was so nice. But I did feel very off kilter when I got back to reality. So it feels really good to have this sort of setting you back into the rhythms. You know what I mean?
I agree. And you weren't the only one that felt that way because both Tina and I missed like that it was Thursday. Like that's when I do the graphics early. She does the news. We have this like kind of system we do. And all of a sudden at like 9:00 at night Thursday, I'm like, I never did the graphics. That means she hasn't done the newsletter. And we reached out to each other. We're both like, oh my gosh, it's Thursday. So,
I know, like life doesn't stop just because we want to have fun. Darn it.
But it feels like it sometimes.
It does.
All right, here's our next 25. We'll see you guys. Our next sprint. We'll see you in 25 minutes and do some more. Piper says she had to work on Friday, missed hearing about it. Aw. Well, you can watch the replay. All right. Go. There it is. Sorry. 3, 2, 1, done. Oh, just when I get on a roll.
What did you say?
I said just when I get on a roll. Oh, the timer goes off. But fortunately, I did get my coffee.
Oh, yay.
A minute to go up and do that. So I lost a little bit of time doing that. Oh, Jamie.
Well, are you enjoying your work?
Yes, I am. I love these characters. I know it always seems so conceited to say that, but I really do love these characters.
I don't think it's conceited. It's interesting to talk about or to think about. I don't know what other things people do, but when they talk about in conversation television shows or books that they've read, they're talking about something some other person created, and we don't even think about the creator of those things, do we?
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's tricky, right?
Yeah.
I guess you just feel like you're talking about yourself, right?
Right. Piper has a question. She says, "Did you guys get a lot done on your retreat?"
Yes, I got my
Well,
people out of the woods. I got a lot done. Like I accomplished exactly what I set out to do.
oh, good. I went in with zero expectations because my week kind of like turned upside down. Like, so I was supposed to go on Monday, and a ton of things happened over the weekend, and a repairman had to come on Monday, so I ended up like losing Monday. So then after that happened, I kind of was just like whatever
Yeah.
I get done. And so I got some editing done, and we got some good discussions done for the podcast, and we planned the next podcast. And I mean, we don't want to spill the beans, but we like made some like we had some discussions about like long-term future and maybe some in-persons things. In-persons? The things of the in-persons.
Yeah. And can we say, well, we took pictures. We don't know if they're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to make it to live and living color. We'll have to see. Piper says, yay. Yes, I got okay, look, I had a goal of finishing my book by yesterday, June 20th. When you reach for the moon, you land among the stars, because I am very close. Like I would say I am in my like resolving tail end portion when I'm working on my manuscript. So I am very, very close to tasting victory on this. I'm finished. I'm wondering if I can even be able to say it on Friday. It would be really nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
So the momentum is a big deal. It really
Yes,
is.
yes, yes, yeah.
Like when I was in the drudgery of the final edits of A Calling for Phoebe, it was like you get to there something happened. I got to a certain point, and then I was just a snowball.
Yeah,
Like
it
it
was
just was
that
so much better.
stupid murky middle. That's where they were in the woods. That was my murky middle, I realized looking back. Because I had to decide, well, how much more is going to happen before they leave the woods?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to talk about this? Are they going to talk about that? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? Right. And so all of these choices are the writers and the writers alone to make. Everybody else can have their opinion, but at the end of the day, you're the one who's got to make all those choices. And it's just a matter of making them, you know?
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Piper says that she got feedback from her editor, need to fix some people. Oh, some people, not things. Gotta fix some people. Oh, that hurts. Yikes.
Yeah, I'd like to know what she means by that.
I'm a little scared to ask what she means by that.
Right?
Like, it's one thing to have to fix like situations or scenes or like plot holes. But if you gotta fix people, oof. Well, I guess I had to fix people. People did not like Phoebe. Some people still don't like Phoebe, but people did not like Phoebe at the beginning because I just wasn't like writing her clearly enough. Piper says, I thought I had put way too much before the big thing in the middle, but she said it was fun and solved some issues, but she hated certain people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. So
You kind of don't want your person hated. Yeah.
yeah, especially when you love them so much.
Right. I mean, unless they're the villain, in which case, good job.
Yes, true. Very true. It was hard for me to write a character that was flawed, but in a way that like wasn't sinful. Like Phoebe was flawed and just made stupid choices without people like some people love that. Other people just hated her. But she says she hates the parents. Oh, well, that's okay. Everybody hates the parents. All right, let's do another 25 and we'll talk again after
This is my
this.
last one.
Make it count.
3, 2, 1, go.
Magnificent. Done. 3, 2, 1, done.
Wow. All right. Well, how did it go?
Sorry about the mumbling.
It was so funny.
I didn't even see your message, honestly. As soon as I started like reading out loud to myself, I'm like, I should check if I'm muted. And because I do that all the time. And every time that I check, I am muted. And this time I checked, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not muted. So sorry,
so
everybody.
fun.
Blah, blah, blah. Mrs. Tinley, blah, 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 blah. Fun stuff. Piper says, no, the parents are not horrible people. LOL, I need to make them less sheltering. But to be honest, if my girls were abducted by shifters, I'd be way more productive. Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding. I think I'm that way without my kids being abducted by shifters.
A little bit.
A little bit. All right. How did you do?
Oh, fine. You know, it's not anything anybody will really be able to see, but it's stuff that needs to be done, you know.
Uh-huh.
So
I understand.
Mm-hmm. How'd you do? Get
Good.
through a chapter?
I made it to chapter 11.
Wow.
And now I'm at a point that I have to like stop and do something. Like it's not a bunch of X's, but I wrote in all caps, need more here, and and then capitalize something more else. Attention. So it's a paragraph where they all come to the dinner table at the same time, and it's the first time that we see. All right, so it's Grant and Sarah are the characters, and his mom puts them next to each other. But across from them is Grant's brother, who kind of has his eyes set on Sarah, and Grant's brother's wife, who has her sights set on Grant. It's this whole awkward, like angry situation, and I only did like a 2-sentence paragraph. So like, no. So the next spring, I'm gonna really just craft that paragraph, which is fine because this chapter is only 1,100 words, and so it's short. And I need this. This book is not long enough, which just means it's not like I'm like, oh, I have to reach this number of words because of the genre, which there is a truth to that. But for me, I know that if it's that short, it means it's not good enough. Like I'm not like giving enough detail. I'm not making you love these characters or not making you feel like you're actually there. Like I just need to go back in and fix that stuff. Because a lot of it was sprinting. This was a nano project, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you need to know where to sit and dwell to make people really feel like they're in your world.
Yes, that is exactly where I'm at right now. I like that. Sit and dwell. I always say marinate, but it's probably not the right word. Sit and dwell.
Maybe. I mean, I'm picturing like taking a big ladle spoon and just pouring the words over yourself. I like that picture.
You settle in, sit in the spices for a little bit to make it tasty later, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think of. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. Oh, I have so many other things that I need to do. But
I know, me too. I have to go. I do like my rounds. So I get up from here and go check on the babies and make sure that they're okay. I mean, they're so big now. They pretty much handle themselves. But this gives me some time to check in before I submerge and get into the sprints with the other ladies, you know?
That's my favorite thing, honestly. And when I'm done working is going up and my girls are up eating breakfast, just having a morning with them. It's like the day starts over again, right? It's like I have 2 different mornings.
And that's one of the things that gets you out of your rhythm. Like they didn't go on the retreat with me. I mean, yay that they were not there.
Right.
But still, you kind of miss seeing them and stuff.
Yep, I agree. All right, so you're out of here.
I'm outies.
Half an hour break. It was fun having you with me this morning.
Yes, I'm glad I came out to play.
All right, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye, Piper. Bye, Leah. I don't know who else was with us today.
Oh, is Leah here? Melody is here.
Oh, Melody. Melody is here.
Melody is always here. She's always right in the background.
Why do I get Melody's picture mixed up with Leah's? Does Leah have a little cartoon picture also on her chat on Friday, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. But sorry, Melody, I had you confused. It's good to see you. Hi, Piper. All right, bye, guys.
Right, we'll see you later. All right, ladies, here we go with our last, and gentlemen, because, you know, we never know who all's out there. Here's our last sprint. We'll chat one more time at the end.
3, 2, 1, go.
Done. I couldn't get my mic unmuted. Sorry, everyone. And that's how you do it. That was less productive for me, but I think I was starting to lose steam. It's totally Monday, and I'm totally like hungry. The coffee worked. That helped out a lot, but I'm really ready for some breakfast. So how did you guys do? Was today a good day for you? Were you productive? I'm still in the middle of that chapter. So I know, like Jamie said, I need to kind of like settle in there and really kind of like make it juicy. What's happening, the things that are happening. Because I know I explained a little bit ago about like the interaction between the people, but it sounded very soap opera-y, but it's a little deeper than that. And so I want to like just really make you feel it. And we're feeling it from the guy's perspective, which we all know will be a little different, right? When we're like women see things differently. So, you know, kind of like watching roosters versus hens, right? So he's kind of gonna be more outlandish. He's gonna assume things that, aren't assumption that he shouldn't be assuming. And so yes, because I haven't even addressed the fact that he does notice that his brother is like giving him the evil eye because he's sitting next to Sarah. And so that would be something to be like, wait a minute, why is why is my married brother looking at Sarah that way? Like I need to settle in there. And this is all after the first, what I call disaster, first plot point. What is it that Rhonda calls? We just had an episode last Friday about beats. The first the first grouping of beats, the catalyst, maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, anyways, this is happening right after that. So it's gonna take me longer than one sprint. So I think my mind just started shutting down going, okay, this is tomorrow's project, right? So she says, have a guy read it through to see if he thinks a guy would think the things if he wanted accurate. I've gotten feedback that guys wouldn't say what I had a guy say. That's good feedback. If I wasn't writing romance, because my readers aren't guys. So as long as I mean, it's not a bad idea, and I should do that for some of my scenes. But as long as my readers think that that's how a guy would react, does that make sense? Like it sounds like I'm not downplaying women and women's opinions and like that, but there's an expectation in romance for all characters, and I have to make sure that I meet my reader's expectation of how a man would react, which is my readers are women. But I have actually had my husband read certain things. I think he's the only one I've gotten feedback from before a book's published. There's a couple of guys that have read my books because they're friends of mine, and which shocked me. I didn't ask them to, but they bought the ebooks and read them and gave me feedback afterward, like told me that they enjoyed it. And I'm like, wow, did not expect any man to ever read my books other than my husband, who kind of has an obligation to, right? Melody says, glad you're understanding your characters so well, Jen. Those details pull readers in. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And yes, Melody said, for me, it was okay writing day. For me, it was an okay writing good day, as I'm still trying to figure out the deepest wounds and fears of the characters. Yeah, so I sit down beforehand. I try to figure those things out before I even start writing. But even as you're writing, things come out, right? So during our retreat last week, I again came to a chapter that just wasn't meaty enough. And so I just kind of spent a whole sprint staying inside of Sarah's head and uncovered, like I didn't know she had nightmares, but it makes total sense that she did. And it just came out with me sprinting. So Piper says, right, I get what you were saying, but he's a guy, so that would work. Right, exactly. Piper says, my husband does not read anything I write, LOL. I used to be offended, but he is so protective of my writing time that I can't be mad he doesn't want to read it. Yes, like every husband does not need to support in the same exact way. They just need to support you, right? Or wife, if you're a man and you have a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, kids. Like, it's important that your children support your writing just in the same way that you support them, the things they do. So, but it won't always look the same, right? I absolutely agree. So, all right, ladies, I really appreciate you being here. Again, like I always say, this is as helpful for me as it is hopefully for you. But this makes me show up. It makes me get my work done because it was really would have been easy to stay in bed today because I was really tired. And it's Monday, right? So, all right, I will be back here tomorrow morning from 8 till 10 a.m. to do this all over again. And then don't forget newsletter chat at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So appreciate y'all for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.